Right, I'm going to show you how to set up your electric ukulele with an amp. So maybe you're new to your electric or electro acoustic ukulele. Maybe you've got a ukulele and you never actually knew what that strange jack plug was for. Or maybe you're looking to get into the electric side of things. I'm going to show you how to do a really quick setup with both your electro acoustic, in other words, acoustic body, but also your solid body electric ukuleles today. So stay tuned and I'll run through it quickly. So the equipment you need, obviously, an electric or electroacoustic ukulele with a jack plug, an amp, and a guitar cable. So your guitar cable can have a straight plug and a right angle. It can be curly. It can have two straight plugs. And it doesn't even have to be purple, okay? Any guitar cable will do it. The amp, this is a Fender Acoustasonic. It's meant for acoustic guitars, but works perfectly well with our electroacoustic ukuleles, as well as any other electric ukulele. So I'm looking for the jack input on my ukulele. Sometimes they're underneath, sometimes they're on the end, and then the other end simply goes into the input on your amplifier. Let me just point this out. All right, that looks like it's a microphone input. It's a dual input. So I can use my straight guitar plug in there. We are now connected ukulele to amp. Always make sure your amp is switched off when you plug in and unplug in. And you'll note I've put a little microphone in front of there. Now that is purely for the video to get better audio. You do not need to mic up your amp. So I've switched my amp on, hopefully. Now, especially acoustic amps will often have inbuilt chorus and reverb effects. This one's got reverb. You can go way too much in it, so I'm going to make a horrible sound for a minute. Reverb way too high, treble way too high, no mids and little bass. Okay, not a very nice sound. Some people like treble, not quite that much for me. Personally, I like a lot less reverb, a little less treble, a bit more bass, and I quite like that mellow sound. So that's how you very simply connect your electroacoustic to an amp. One other little thing just before I show you the other electric setup. This particular amp, as do many acoustic amps, has two channels. All right. Now I'm pointing this out. In this case, it means I can plug an acoustic or electric instrument into it. And I can also plug a microphone into the other channel. It's got two actual inputs. That's quite important, okay? So it means you can plug your instrument and a microphone. So say you're singing and performing on your uke. Easy, one amp, job done. Electric or solid body electric ukuleles, there's my lovely new Flight Vanguard. They can also go through an acoustic guitar amp in exactly the same process. There's my cable in the jack input on the actual uke. The other end goes into the amp and you can hear Okay, so it is possible to put an electric or solid body electric ukulele through an acoustic guitar amp. And just to show the difference, right, like guitars, you get acoustic, electroacoustic, and electric, same as with our ukuleles. This is an electric guitar amp, a really basic little diddy one. So again, just like the electroacoustic, the electric solid body, I've got my jack input down there. This time it's a tiny little Marshall amp, all right, cheap as chips. I think it was about £50 when we bought it, all right. MG10, 10 watt. I think that's a tiny little speaker in there, but it's exactly the same principle. You plug this into that using your cable. So I'm all plugged in and switched on. Let's see what happens. Now then, this is slightly different in that this doesn't have any inbuilt effects. It has got 2 channels, but it's different. Whereas the other amp, the acoustic amp, had 2 channels, you could plug in 2 different things, 2 inputs. This has got 2 channels on it. The first channel is clean. The second channel is the overdrive channel. So on the overdrive channel, I'm having to keep things quite quiet. I'm in a small room. My husband's downstairs working. Hence why I've got the mic in front of it. But just to give you an idea of the sort of sounds you can get, let's have a little try. So, very cheap, very small, not much power amp, but it's meant for an electric guitar, and you can get a nice clean signal or a gnarly signal. And just to finish off, to show you can put an electroacoustic into a normal electric guitar amp. All right, clean signal. Overdrive signal. So quick basic guide on how to plug your electroacoustic ukulele and your solid body electric ukulele into any amp. And I say any amp because you can plug ukuleles into anything. Guitar amps, bass amps, keyboard amps, PAs. All right, just don't do it the other way around. Don't put a bass ukulele through a guitar amp. I do hope this has helped. All right, how to set up your electric ukes. As always though, if you've got a comment or a question, please feel free, leave it below, give us a like if you've enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.